that word. Dude. Oh, I get tickle. Okay.
Hey everybody, this is Nikki Garbage, the pinup queen.
And this is Lil Bo Peep, the bimbo slayer.
And together we are
The Golden Ratio.
Coming at you guys, having Jessica Wildflower, that's what I call you.
Hello, hello. How are all the wonderful people out there? They can talk back. But
Right now, we are not only recording for the podcast, but we are vlogging.
Hey!
Wave at the camera.
So, for you guys that don't know Miss Wildflower, if you don't already follow her on YouTube, you should. What is your... I'm just going to join now.
Wildflower Jess. I'm pretty much Wildflower Jess or Jessica Wildflower on every platform. So
Yeah, that's pretty much how I found your
there.
YouTube channel.
Beautiful.
Very
Pretty
quickly.
easy. And I also hashtag it to make it easier for people. So, you know.
What's your hashtag?
Wildflower Jess.
Oh, nice.
Gotta
Okay.
keep it the same so that everyone, anywhere you go, bam.
Yep.
Hashtag Wildflower Jess. Did I say it right?
And there's going to be merch coming soon. Merch
Woo!
in the works. I'm working on the wildflower design. I'm thinking of doing some clothing. I'm thinking of doing keychains. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Oh shit, and tell me, how long have you been in the vlogging game now?
You know, in the actual game,
Because I'm like, she's so fucking official.
that is the thing. Like, the
Damn, we just got
problem.
business cards.
The problem, dude, I'm getting business cards too, girl.
Hey, girl.
Can't sleep on it. That's the
We did.
key. And like the thing
For
is,
real.
well, I slept on it too. Because look, I'm 31 almost now, and I've been wanting to do this. I've been watching YouTube for 10 years and thinking that I could do what they do. Like, the people that I enjoy watching are just vloggers. I mean, I like watching other videos too. I actually started watching like beauty tutorials, and you know when you're kind of trying to figure out what you want to do, and then this YouTube university opens your eyes to so many different options and so many different things to do. And is this the part where I explain everything?
Yeah,
Okay,
Go
going
for it. Most people, I think, might be
So-
tired of hearing our voices.
I doubt it. There's, is it like, do you call it subscribers or do you call it listeners? What do
I
you
call them
it?
stalkers, but no, I'm just
Stalker.
kidding.
No, you gotta have that.
I'm
catchy-
just kidding. I just basically are friends who decide to listen.
Nice. Well,
I think there might be
I
some
listened
strangers out
to
there
you-
that listen.
yeah, listened
I
to
like the
you.
weirdos that listen.
I do too.
I
Sometimes,
appreciate those.
sometimes we get some people in different countries. I've noticed.
Yeah.
Cool.
That
My little
freaks me
brother,
out.
both my brothers, they actually have a channel as well. It's called Wasp Nest Videos. Sorry, my mouth is a little, you know, I
Wasp
need water basically.
Nest videos.
So I'm gonna be doing a collaboration with them as well.
Okay.
And
What did your brothers do?
they're a lot cooler than I am. They actually do shit with their lives. I mean, I do a lot of shit, but it's kind of like a bunch of weird things. So I'm like, I don't know.
You're also an adult now,
mixed,
though.
matched a little bit. Well, anyway, let me go back a little bit. I've been in the vlogging game since December. So December 1st, I think I started.
December 2017.
2017.
Hey.
It is now January 19th, 2018.
Hey.
10 days away from my birthday, just saying. And yeah, so
Hashtag give me presents.
hashtag I will take your presents. Yeah.
Hashtag you should also
Very
get her
appreciative.
Venmo account.
Yeah. Oh, what about if I start a Patreon? Have you heard of those?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Anyway, so since December, and then my brothers, going back to your question, they do a bunch of. I call them a collective. They actually fucking hate that I call them a collective because he says he's a production company. And I get it. You know, when you're an artist, you're very sensitive about your shit. Tech 9 reference, whatever. And you're sensitive about what you do. So I get it. He's a production company, not a collective. There's a difference. Anyway, but they've been doing it for a while, and he has over 1,000 subscribers.
Wow.
And he does, so the reason why I call it a collective is because he has a bunch of different series on his channel. So there's one pertaining to like Comic-Con anime kind of stuff. There's a segment or a series that pertains, it's called the Bakersfield Gentlemen's Club, and they do cigar reviews, and they're actually sponsored by the cigar stores in Bakersfield.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And how old are your brothers?
My older brother, oh shit, how old's Leo? Yeah, my brother's that age. A year younger than Leo. 33 this year, I think. Because I'll be 31. Yeah, he'll be 33. Frankie will be 33. Leo's 34.
Yes.
He's a year older, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Something like that. And then my younger brother is 92, so that makes him 25. He'll be 26 this year. So, yeah. But they've been doing it for a while. My little brother actually went to LA to film school or director school or something for a little while. But he came back. He didn't finish, but he did really well while he was there. You know, life happens. You know,
as long as you're learning, that's all.
Yeah,
that
and if you learn something and take something from each experience, whether you see it out or not, there's a reason why you didn't, you know? So
yeah,
I think what he did was super cool because he did what I always wanted to do, was leave and do something different than I have done before. And then I realized, like, okay, well, my loves are here. Like, I am very family oriented and I freaking love my family so much. So, like, that kind of kept me here. And then the furthest I've been is Ventura County area to get, you know, closer to Juan, but that was whatever. So I'm in California. I don't know what the point of that was, but there you go. So that's my story. How are you guys now that I've taken a breath? God. That is how I am every day, all day at work. I'm sure everybody hates
that is the
me.
life of a vlogger.
You have a lot to say.
It's
say it.
weird though. Like, why? Like, just shut up already.
And then you got like people like
shut
us who are talking to the people who like never ever talk, and we're like, why don't you talk? Why don't you talk more? And they're like, because you don't.
Did you guys
Stop.
get David Perez on this?
No.
That's a good person to get.
It would
because
be,
they do or do not talk.
Spoke.
I think he would. Like, once you get, that's Drink Champs, baby, but female version. And we're just influenced. We're not stealing the idea, just saying. And we were inspired.
Yes.
You know, and we're
It's a great
feminists.
inspiration.
You know, there you go.
Inspirational show.
But anyway, I think that would loosen him up and, like, give him food. That would loosen people up. I don't know.
You're right.
I was gonna say, I don't know about food for a podcast with you know, us like.
You would just gain a different type of listeners because there are freaking listeners for everything. I mean, have you heard of ASMR?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know what
It's
it
a-
stands for. I just know what it is.
Oh,
You
no.
listen to one to go to sleep now for the Harry Potter Gryffindor common
How
room.
you doing out there? It's a bunch of whispering, and it's just whispering up close to the microphone so that it sounds really weird.
So okay, so
Love
there's
it.
like,
People love it.
but there's like a difference between.
Oh,
That's not my first try either because Juan had me try. Not that sounds so weird. He had me try for my YouTube channel. Oh my go. Whatever. Sorry, I cut you off. I get really distracted.
So I think we're gonna try and differentiate between the parts of YouTube that are for people with fetishes, like
Oh, yeah, I guess that would be
people who
better.
really like the sounds of whispers.
Yeah.
Really up close to microphones.
That
Or the
sounds
people,
better.
there are people who watch YouTube videos of other people eating.
I do.
Of people who are talking.
Mukbangs.
No, but it's like a
Mukbangs.
sexual pleasure.
No, that's why they started. They started them in
Yeah.
China or Japan.
I mean, most fetishes.
It was one-
I feel like
They've
I started.
been around a really long time.
It's interesting because like you
It's
could
a whole
just
practice.
eat and you're not doing anything wrong, and people
I
like
would
it. I would
love-
do it. Like
for someone to be turned
I
on
actually
by
want to
me
do it,
eating.
but I'm gonna do it with
I
a
would
twist.
feel so great.
I actually want Juan to do it with me, so it's like a family eating show. But like at the same time,
Is this
I don't
still
know.
a sexual thing?
It
I don't know where
wouldn't
we're
be
at.
for me. Like that's the thing I'm saying. You don't have to have it sexual, but dude, you're gonna make money on me.
You know what though? There was a
Business
girl.
tactic. Business
There was a
tactic.
girl last
You
night
get
at
to
the
eat.
tavern that her friend, bless her friend, was recording her, and this girl got like a slice of pizza or a taco.
Oh, it was a
or
taco.
something. Yeah, she
Oh my
got
God.
a taco, and the bitch got low, shaking her ass, eating the fuck out of that
I
taco.
am wet thinking
And it
about
was like, it was the best fucking video because she was working the fuck out of that taco and those dance moves, and I
Those
was
are the
like,
kind of things I need for
girl,
my vlog.
work
They
it.
need this.
Yeah, she was my perfect woman. Just curves
What
for
is
days.
that? Describe.
Let me describe this woman.
Thank
She was
you.
my perfect woman.
Mm,
Curves
wow.
for days. She had a very cute little outfit on. It was very simple. It was just a white t-shirt tucked into some high-waisted jeans, and it just accentuated her curves.
Jeans.
And I was
I
like,
love that high waisted's back.
yay for me. People like me. Anyways, so she just started getting down with the music and like basically stripper moves, but better,
With
I
a
would
taco.
say.
That
with
makes it
soul.
100
Yeah,
times
and then
like
she
a
grabbed.
tempting,
Then she grabbed the taco.
Oh,
So she
yeah.
already started getting us all
I'm getting
going,
a little-
and then she just
But I'm like,
added.
let me just
Exactly.
I know she added in the taco
I
for that
wish-
extra spice.
You guys filmed it?
No,
No.
I wish I had her
In my
friend,
memory
like, as
bank.
my Snapchat friend or as my Instagram friend, wherever he was recording. I wish I had him as a friend so I could see that video. I should have asked.
We dropped the ball
I'm
on that
sure
one,
he saved it.
but we were like just.
But we'll never see that person ever again.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're not friends with that other person.
Yeah, we didn't know them. We just saw them.
Yeah, we
kinda,
just watched.
Like,
We're
they were in
actually
like groups.
they were
we're
doing
in
it.
their video too because of our reactions.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Did
they
they
should.
watch you guys?
I
I
want
Did I watch
credit.
you or listen to you?
Oh yeah, I told her when we were leaving. I was like, "Girl, you were killing that video with that taco." She was so excited.
Oh, that did not give her any information on who we are.
You have your business card. Ma'am,
Ma'am.
thank you.
I missed a
Ma'am.
golden opportunity.
Damn it!
For the
You're not
golden
staying
ratio.
golden, girl.
I love
Gotta
the
get back in
Golden
the
Girls.
game. Me too. What are
Who's your
you?
favorite? Okay.
I like as a
Not
what, not who.
I'm the Blanche.
Blanche.
I'm not
Hey.
Rose though. Like I'm a mix of maybe Rose,
I'm
and
Rose.
I think I might be Sophia. I don't know.
And that's totally okay
I
because
fucking
Sophie is a
love
badass
Sophia.
bitch. See, I wish I was a Dorothy, but I know I'm a Rose. I'm all Betty White.
I think I'm a Sophia. I really do.
Do you? But she's also
like
the
maybe
like.
a mix. I feel like I'm always giving advice and I'm always telling long stories.
And you're
And
always
I'm
shuffling
always
into rooms.
Sicily.
cooking or eating. I'm actually part Italian.
And do you
am-
not hold an accent when it should be appropriate for you to have an accent in that show when you fucking talk about Sicily the whole
Pretty
fucking
much.
time? That bitch
Yes,
did
'cause
not
I
grow
have
up
no
in
follow
Sicily.
through. So done. check, and check. Yeah, definitely. I love Sophia.
Yeah, no, I definitely believe that my future
Might be a
husband,
mix
whoever
of
you
Rose,
are
I
out
don't know.
there, is gonna die while I'm having sex with you. That was Rose's backstory. Why she couldn't, move on from her husband.
Oh, that's
Was
true.
because he
I
had a heart
remember.
attack.
Died in the middle of them having sex.
And I was like, the moment I heard that,
You know,
I was
that
like, wow,
show
that's my future.
That's just a classic show.
It
I
is.
learned a lot from that show.
I love it.
Thanks for being a friend.
It's so cute because life does get like that. Like they end up mainly
Alone.
women, but there's men do the
Yeah.
convalescent homes and the
That's
I
true.
actually have really been thinking about I actually wanted to start this year, but you know how it's weird. People react different when you post that you're doing good stuff for the world as opposed to if you're doing something at the club or you know what I mean? It's crazy to see that people would probably, and this is horrible and it shouldn't stop people and I don't want it to stop me, but it's crazy to see that people don't like or comment or share as much of the good stuff that you're doing, for example all the stuff that you've been doing lately to help other people, the things that you've been through, just things, and it's amazing that a girl that's half naked can get quadruple, I don't even know how many more shares and likes and help and
It's because it's sex and it's
Patreon.
taboo in this fucking culture.
It's
so they're like, oh shit,
horrible.
titties and ass, yes.
maybe
Oh, you're
that should be
helping
the
good,
new
you're standard.
tactic. Maybe there should be fucking boobs on shirts saying
Honestly-
Ventura strong. I don't know.
Honestly, that's kind of my tactic
It's
in
kinda-
Instagram. That's kind of why my
We have
ass and
been
tits are out
Talking about
half of the time. But then I make sure anytime I throw in anything political or something, I'm like, hey, boob or ass shot after because that's gonna pull more to the page and then they're gonna be like, oh, let me read up on that. And
It's true.
that's kind of my hope on it, I guess.
You should too hashtag maybe.
Also, I
do you
like my
hashtag
tits and ass.
naked and stuff on your
No.
good pictures, the ones of things that you're doing. Just hashtag naked girls, naked, whatever you can. That's not flagged or whatever.
Okay.
And
I don't know
Tell me
what's-
that.
I don't know what's flagged and
Well,
what's
I think it actually rejects it. It doesn't let you do it or something.
really?
Yeah.
What
but-
is flagged on Instagram?
Well, you,
know
get
what? I've
reported.
gotten
'Cause
some
stuff.
weird. I've gotten reported
they're-
for some
yeah.
bullshit memes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they're I looked up how I've been hashtagging for the dogs page. Well, I did pups or puppies one day, and all these bitches popped up, and they were naked, and I'm like,
Oh my god, so
And
it's
then
just they're grabbing their tits hashtag puppy.
and they know it's gonna get taken down real quick, so they put on their follow me now, or like do this now, or add me on Snap, or whatever they're trying to advertise quickly. So it's usually sex somehow, you know.
Yeah.
I've
it's crazy.
always wondered the intention behind. So I get like messaged all the time from those like weird Instagrams and stuff, like
Those
follow me
lovely
now,
ladies.
blah, 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 and they like send all these like sexual things to me, and I'm like, are you a robot?
Do you like
Are
it?
you blind?
Are you
and-
into? Are you a
Are you
real
a
person?
little
No.
into
I'm like, are you blind and don't know that I'm a girl and think, or am I just like super lesbian looking to you and you think I'm gonna like dig it? Like, what do you? And I'm making it all about me. But
Yeah.
that whole time I'm just like,
Well, it would
what
be,
was
I
your
feel.
intention with me? Really overthinking this like 5-second
That's
interaction.
great.
And I'm just like, what are we gonna be in the future? I don't know. And then all of a sudden she's gone and she's my great white buffalo. I've got so many.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude,
did
get
I-
hit up by bitches that much? I'm jealous.
Because you're the bimbo slayer.
Oh, there you
They're
go. They're
scared of
afraid of
you.
you. There you go.
Yeah,
You're like
actually-
the Cardi B.
we had this conversation last night where when we were at the tavern with our friends, our male friends. Oh god, that makes it sound like. Anyways, so basically what ended up happening was they're like, let's walk around. And I was like, no, we'll be cock blocks. Like, why would you want to walk around with two
no,
girls?
because one of them was like, let's walk around, and here's the deal, everybody has to hit on somebody.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I was like, no, because that's too easy for a female. Like,
Right,
I'm not
right.
going to get rejected. Like,
Exactly.
The chances of me getting rejected, I'm sorry.
wow,
are
that makes
percentage
me
is
feel so
extremely
hurt
low.
because the chances of me being rejected are actually pretty high.
You just gotta try it more. So
yeah,
you
when
bring
you
up
actually
the
try,
yeses.
yeah.
Bring
When
up
you
the
That
actually
is
try.
such a dude thing to say. It's like dudes
No.
being like, "Do you want to suck this dick?"
Dude,
No. All right.
it's
Do you want
like
to suck
this.
this dick?
Think
No.
about
Okay.
it this way. If that person doesn't
Do you want
want
to suck this dick?
there's
No.
a
Okay.
million other people that would.
It's
And-
about confidence when someone approaches you.
Yeah.
People who approach you with confidence, no matter how ugly they are, isn't it kind of attractive?
No.
I think it's nice.
I think it's not like I
I-
ain't gonna fuck you, but
I-
like that was
exactly.
really cool, dude.
Like
props to
I
you.
go out not a lot, but I mean I go out like, and it's to dinner. It's not like I'm making it feel like I have this crazy life, guys.
No. Keep them.
They
thinking
see
it's
me
bougie.
every week, and I definitely am either at home, in the car, or whatever.
Cutting your hair.
Cutting my own hair. Yes.
We've
We're
all,
gonna talk about
we've
that.
all tried.
I've done it several times. I mean, the only thing I did on this video that was different than any other time is the texturing. I've never done that in my life, and
Yeah.
I texturized
All right,
my own
so
hair.
the homegirl Zuli and I went up to San Francisco
I saw
this
that,
last
yeah.
weekend on kind of a whim.
Did you not tell your mom?
Yeah, why?
Oh, because when you got home, I was like, hey, how's your trip? And then you're like, I came from work, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
San Francisco
no.
this morning.
Oh, I had posted it. You
Oh,
know
I was
what?
like, I thought you were.
I
in
made
San
a lot of
Francisco.
people, yeah, the caption. Someone else hit me up
So I
and
was like,
sent me a
done
bunch of
dropping
places.
it. Maybe mom doesn't know she went. I
And
don't know. I get scared of my mother. I don't know. Your mom's pretty scary too.
No, normally
me.
I like just tell her stuff as I'm walking out.
Mm.
So there's not really much of a reaction to.
Yeah.
So actually, when we did the Texas thing, we left on what was it, Thursday? Yeah, that like Tuesday, I think I was walking out of the house and as she was watering the plants, and I was like, "Hey, mom, I'm leaving. I gotta go do this. Oh, hey, by the way, I'm leaving to Texas on Thursday to go help, but I'll see you later tonight. Bye."
Where I made an entire travel itinerary for my
Oh.
parents with all the phone numbers of everything I could possibly get them.
Did they
A
request
map.
this?
No.
Or just for your safety?
No, this was me trying to convince them that this was a good idea for me to go.
Oh, they didn't
And
want you to
that's-
go.
Well, they
This was before they knew anything.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
before
okay.
they knew anything
Wow,
about it.
you're
'cause-
very organized.
Yeah.
Like, interesting.
See, it was more like
Is
the
this a
way
common
she
thing, though?
puts up with the fight is that she's just gonna say it right out the door and just get it over with and just be like bye, and then there's
Mhm.
really not much of that fighting anymore.
Well, see, to me, it's like this really isn't a
Debate.
question.
No, I'm telling you, I'm an
yeah.
adult.
I am informing you of my actions
Out of a
whether-
courtesy.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a courtesy. It's
I
a
could
privilege.
just
It's a
Whereas
privilege.
my reaction to all of these types of things is I'm already defensive and ready to put up a fight, so I'm gonna bring you all of the facts. And I'm gonna put it all down for you. And I'm gonna lay it out. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna like totally ready
So they can
myself.
be informed.
She's picking a fight when there's not a fight to be picked. Yet.
Or she's preparing for battle just in case.
I'm always preparing for battle.
Do they give you a hard time on things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they like what would you describe them as? Like, I mean, I don't really care, Republican or anything like that, but
No, I mean, like, we do get
just
into
conservative.
tips, but it's
conservative.
well, it's more along the lines of their curiosity goes in, like, with the parental nervousness. And so it's like they want to know all these things, but when they question me on it, it's like it sounds more like naggy and like don't do it and all that kind of stuff, and I take it the wrong way, and then we all like start taking each other's things the wrong way. So it's like we are communicating, and it's not as if they're saying like, no, don't go do these things or all this sort of stuff. I mean, some of the things they don't agree that I do.
Of course, they're parents.
Yeah, exactly, they're parents. But I think a lot of it has to do with they are curious, they do want to know, but they can't separate that with like the parental hovering.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah, see, I think at this point I've just trained my parents. My
Oh,
brothers
yeah,
and I, we've all collectively kind of, because don't get me wrong, of course, our parents are our parents and they're always going to try and hover, but I think Leo was definitely not the problem child. He, you know, he
was like the good angel.
Yeah, out of all three of us, man, he is probably the best.
And you know what?
I'd probably come right behind him.
They're practicing with the first one, so this is funny that he's the best.
Exactly.
Like out of all
everything,
you know, like that kind of stuff.
So I say it started with Juan, where he kind of began to
push the boundaries.
Yeah, and
extremely.
And then I just kind of followed in those footsteps, but it was also
but never
harder.
I didn't think so.
Well, yes, but no, in a different sense, because I was also the girl, you know. So it's like it's a different set of rules by the patriarchy.
Oh my god.
But
horrible, actually.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think he and I, in our different formats, collectively trained our parents to not ask too many questions because they really don't want to know the answers.
You three are very, very strong personalities. It's a beautiful thing, but it's an intimidating thing for a lot of people.
Yeah, but also, no offense to my dad or anything, but like we were mostly raised by my mother, who anybody who's met our mother, like that
She's
woman comes with a demand of respect the moment she enters a room, regardless of whether you know her or not.
But that's power.
That's real power right there. Like shout out to my mom.
Yeah, shout out.
But like that lady raised us, so
is it recording? I didn't even check after I pushed the
button.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Sorry guys, just I got real paranoid right now because I was like, this was good. Yeah, no, shout out to her. And to raise children that are that strong.
But see, at the same time, it's a blessing and a curse because she raised these kids in a format, not realizing that one day that was going to be worked against her.
Exactly.
So that's where that came into play, where it's like, hey, now you can't ask us too many questions. Yeah. Like, we're going to tell you now. We're not asking you anymore because that's not how you raised us. You told us if we want something, like, we're going to say it. We're going to take it. So, Mom, peace out.
Yeah.
I'm out to Texas. You mad? Okay, I'll talk to you when I get back. Bye. Because at the end of the day, like, it is. All three of us, like, we're going to fucking do whatever the hell we're going to do. And, like, granted, we'll realize our consequences and we'll take the shit.
We will. Yeah.
We will gladly take the shit, but we're still going to do it.
Right.
It's worth taking the shit.
Still gonna go help people and post them booty pics.
There you go.
Hey.
Nothing will stop her.
Nothing's gonna stop.
Yeah, my parents were very, very strict. I swear I was 25 before I was ever just able to sleep in the same room as my boyfriend. Like, they were pretty strict. And then, like, once the kids started coming along and, like, they always slept in between us and shit, like, they were like, oh, I guess that's okay. I'm like, yeah, Mom, I'm almost 30, but yeah, and I've been with him for how long? But sure. They're so awkward. And now it's kind of interesting how she's definitely evolved and obviously grown to, like, understand, like, it's okay.
She's kind of let the birdie fly the nest.
Exactly. So she's definitely loosened up a lot, and like now they have like a whole bedroom set up, and like it's like really cool actually.
Nice.
And like I don't know, but it took them a very, very long time to get there. Like I will never tell my parents of my. Well, I told them that I've smoked in the past, but they don't know currently that I do, and they don't watch
and
my
I think
stuff.
that's what's gonna happen for most parents is most of the stories and stuff that my parents know about me is usually after the fact. It's like a year or two later, like, oh yeah, by the way, I totally did take that one drug. Oh god, we can laugh about it now. It's been a year.
Oh no, my mom still gives me crap from high school when I finally came out to her, like, maybe 2 years ago, that one time when I ditched, I did smoke a cigarette, you know, like,
And then,
she was
yeah,
like,
no, it's usually like, what was the
Don't
last
tell
one?
me that now.
We were
It's a
at
big
some
deal.
barbecue or some event or whatever, and we're all talking and laughing, and someone mentions cocaine, and they're like, you guys don't do that. And then my sister and I both are like, oh man, we did it for the first time together, Easter, da-da-da-da-da. It was a couple years ago, we're done, bye. And then we just like walked away.
I'd be terrified.
And my mom was just like, like she had to laugh. And then she was
At
just
a
like,
barbecue.
yeah,
Family barbecue, I'm assuming.
probably. And
What would be worse, at a family barbecue or a friend barbecue? Like, just
I don't know.
Work
You
barbecue.
can friend barbecue.
if you said that at a work barbecue for
Oh,
her, she
definitely
would
worse.
kill you.
Oh, work barbecue? Yeah, definitely. My
Oh,
mom
my
works
mom
for a
would kill me.
school.
Ooh.
By the way, kids.
Mind your manners.
But no, I
That's
think
great.
for us, I think it would be worse if it was at a family barbecue. I noticed that earlier. Because we don't really see our family as much. My family's not from around here.
Oh, okay.
So most of my family is pretty far, and we don't, we see them for holidays and when we can. So our family was our friends, and that's kind of how I am most of the time. I build my family. I have my sister
Yeah.
and my parents and my grandma who moved up here a year ago. Almost 2 years ago now. And
Time freaking flies.
Yeah,
It's
it does.
crazy. Like,
Especially when you get older. It just kind of
dude,
blends.
it's
Yeah.
like,
but yeah, so
I don't know.
friend, I think if I were to say this at a friend barbecue, which is probably where it did happen, it would be totally and completely normal. And I've probably been super duper drunk. Oh no, I've been super duper drunk in front of my family now too. I puked on myself at an Oingo Boingo
I still
concert.
haven't been
Oh my
very
lord.
drunk.
That is
with,
true.
with my family.
Yeah, no, this girl went to an Oingo Boingo concert, and I got text messages from her that night.
In the bathroom.
She was in the bathroom telling me how it was a great show and how much she missed me.
Oh.
And I was like, it's been a couple hours.
She wanted you there, though.
I wanted you to know.
She really, really did.
The picture I
then-
sent her is really great
Oh,
too.
God, yeah, I got a picture from her where she's basically like, hey! And she's like on the toilet, about to be on the toilet. I don't know, but
Oh my
definitely in a
God.
stall.
Yes.
And then, yeah, she said, I'm
Damn,
going
that's
pee.
funny.
And I was like, cool. Good to know. And then she didn't reply to my text messages, so I was like, oh, she's probably back at
Or
the show.
passed
Just-
out.
Yeah, no, she
Yeah.
definitely passed out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was in the bathroom.
Stall.
My sister came and found me.
Oh my god. Yeah, and she had
That's
been
great,
staying
but
with
I'm
me.
glad you're good.
She
I'm
had
glad
been
you're good.
staying with me at the time, so I get a call from her sister at like 2 o'clock in the morning or something, telling me, hey, I just wanted to let you know Nicole's not gonna make it to your house tonight. Like, she got really drunk and we found her in the bathroom, so
Oh my God.
I want to stay with my sister and I'm not gonna leave her, because yeah, shout out to Dorothy. What up, Dottie? Because
love
Dottie,
you.
yeah, Dottie was faded as fuck too on the phone.
Dottie, I
She's-
like that name.
She's
Cool
named
name.
after her grandma,
I love it.
Dorothy Garlic.
Oh, I love Dorothy. We were just talking about the Golden Girls.
Yeah. And yeah, no, shout out to my sister. You are the light of my life, and I love you so much.
Did you say older or younger?
She's my younger sister.
Cute.
But
Is
she's
she
like
your baby?
And she works at Dargan.
Yeah, shout out
Nice.
to Dargit.
Yeah.
Woo.
And the homie Stir.
Aw, Sterling, darling.
Can you show me a picture?
Yeah,
Because I really had this really cool waitress the other day. Like, she was so
We'll show you
sweet. Is she
afterwards.
short?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
My sister's a bartender.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
never
she's
mind.
Yeah.
like the super.
I'm sure she's
super-
very nice too. But this
she's
girl was
the
just
blonde, blue-eyed, tattooed version of me.
nice.
That's how you know it's my sister.
Awesome.
I think she has bangs right
I don't know why I've
She
been going there
does.
a couple times in the past month. Like, I normally don't go there ever.
Because it kind of has a cool vibe.
It does, but it's like every person that I wanted to go out to eat with or whatever, to a little pub or whatever, they all say Dargan.
Because their food's fucking
Their
delicious.
food is
I know. I've not been
Like,
disappointed, actually.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Ventura Pub, that's a really cool spot too, and I like that they have the pool tables upstairs. I really appreciate that. But
Dargans?
No, Victoria Pub.
I completely missed.
No, we were on Dargan's, and then we were just talking about
comparing.
comparisons.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
because
totally missed
Victoria Pub, I like them, but their food is like, man.
I think I've eaten there maybe once, but I don't remember.
But yeah, no. Pub-wise, Dargan's.
It is really good.
Definitely have. You know what? Bombay's has really good food too.
They do. I haven't been. Well, yeah, the fries. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Oh Lord, we balled out on appetizers that night.
I'm still gonna say Dargan's is my favorite above all.
Well, if anyone wants to, take us to Dargan's and Ventura Pub, let us know. We'd love to have you buy drinks and
not
food
sponsored, but we'd like to be sponsored by Dargan's or anywhere.
You guys, Dargan's, I've given you. No, you guys have given me a lot too. Never mind, I got this shit. But my enthusiasm, I give to you guys all the time and customers. Because I don't know why people follow me in there, so.
Yeah, that's
Dargan's!
Cool. That's cool. So, sorry, I totally ramble and go off subject. Was there anything that you guys wanted to talk about?
I actually have a question for you. Do you know anything about net neutrality and what's going on with that?
Net neutrality. I can't speak right now.
Neutrality.
No, I don't. So I guess it doesn't matter if I can't say it. Would you care to elaborate?
Yes, but no, because from what I know about it, I don't know that much. So that's
if
why
you
I wanted
explain
to ask
a little bit,
you.
I might, and I might be able to.
It's the whole thing with the FCC voting whether to. So, what you can do right now with the internet is go like anywhere, anytime, visit whatever website across the world. Whatever, right? So what they're trying to pass right now is the law.
Oh,
to basically kind of
we
like
were
stabilize
watching
that, and then it would be like your internet provider.
Right.
You'd be subject to what they would kind of like Instagram now gives you those filters, and it'll do its own little order of how it gives you your information.
Yes.
So that's basically what your internet service provider would do. Shout out to my brother because he's trying to creep in right now, but.
It didn't work out quite that way.
Sneaky like
I actually get any knowledge from him. He tells
You know what?
me.
Yeah, guest speaker real quick. Juan, do you know anything about net neutrality and what's going on right now?
I'm not too qualified to speak on that. All I know is that one day they're just going to censor the internet, and it's going to be basically like cable, to where they want you to pay for the big sites, the YouTubes and all the big sites, and they're basically going to funnel all the traffic through them, and all the little sites are just they're trying to centralize it. So you know how like fucking satellite TV has thousands of channels, but you don't fucking pay attention to channel 9072, and all the good channels are all together, but you got to pay like to get like HBO and like all those special, kind of like that. It's just more control. It's just to have more control.
Yeah, we were actually talking about it the other day when we were talking about Spectrum.
Yeah,
but I didn't know what it was called.
Some internet companies right now like only go in certain neighborhoods. Like it's already kind of a monopoly where like some people only get like Verizon on one side of the street.
We only had DirecTV. I know. It's weird.
Really weird how their
Ventura
lines are
only
set up.
has two. You only have two internet providers to choose from in the city of Ventura, and it's really, really sad. Because the really good internet, you have to pay a lot of money for it.
Right. And
everything else is just sort of so-so. Whereas you have places like Lompoc, for instance, a crappy little town. Sorry, Lompoc, I kind of don't like you. They have Wi-Fi for their entire city. If you are a citizen of Lompoc, you have free Wi-Fi.
That's awesome.
And there's a lot of other cities that they're usually smaller communities that have done that. And that's pretty cool, and they're not trying to monopolize it. They're trying to make sure that their citizens can, explore and learn and educate themselves.
Yeah.
Again, I'm kind of like weird about that with educating yourself on the internet because
I don't know. YouTube has done a lot for my dad. He's like a guru now.
Yeah.
it's done a lot for people, but there are arguments saying that it could be kind of detrimental because what if you've got all of us sitting here saying we're not qualified to talk about net neutrality, but we're talking about net neutrality.
What's our opinion on net neutrality?
But what's opinion versus fact?
It's what we know about it.
Well, how can you educate yourself when there's just a bunch of opinions?
Well, didn't we just educate ourselves by sharing these facts?
But are they right?
Yes.
It's kind of like the idea of religion. like who's right, whose idea or whose opinion is right.
Oh,
so if there's
I
a
just
bunch
went
of
through a whole
different
thing on like net neutrality today.
No.
Okay, but I was
Well,
gonna say laws and just ideas of religion should not govern the. Aren't we trying to get away from that then? So why are opinions still such a big thing? Why can't we just go off of knowing exactly what we know? Like everybody wants to talk about what they think they know, and that's why sometimes people may say that the phrase, well, I think this or I think that might actually be something that's kind of scary and maybe not as liberating as we think it is. What would you say to that as being a vlogger?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of factors, like my word holder. But this kind of has nothing to do with that, but I really wanted to touch because it kind of goes into what they're doing to current YouTubers. They're demonetizing certain information that they're giving out. And I completely disagree with that because, like we were saying, that's the internet basically. And YouTube is giving so much, the vloggers, creators are giving too much information that's exactly why they're censoring it. And I feel like, I don't know, it really bothers me now that I became a vlogger because I feel like nothing that I put on the internet is going to be monetized now with all these rules and regulations that they've put on them. For example, you will not get monetized, and it's not about the money because you do it because you love it.
Right.
But last year people were making $1 million, more than millions of dollars, as in giving out whatever information that they want. I, for one, subscribe to a conspiracy theorist, whatever, I can't speak right now. And like for example, the information, like Juan is very educated, and a lot of the information that he tells me, this guy was telling on the internet, and therefore he's no longer monetized, and they're censoring him, and they're trying to basically get him off the internet somehow. And I know it correlates kind of to what you guys are talking about, like, I feel like I'm going off topic, but it's kind of like that to me. Like, I feel it angers me because I think you should be able to hear anything you want and research anything you want and believe anything you want. It's your life. You get, I mean, they're taking away
free
your rights.
information, and they're basically
yeah.
just trying to tax the free information.
It's ridiculous.
At the end of the day.
And then they don't want to pay people either.
They're
Like,
gonna tax you on the free
that are
on the
giving you
information,
information.
and then they're gonna feed you the information still that they want to feed you in order to, you know, that's kind of how you control the masses, is by the information
Exactly.
that's fed to you.
I've been hearing, I mean, obviously this kind of stuff has been around for a while, but like, for example, that YouTuber that I watched, he had just released a couple of videos about conspiracies of obviously the concentration camps coming back, but they were, what were they called? Like, they were controlled by FEMA, and they would, like, basically, it's a really far-fetched theory, but they were saying, like, what location, this is really funny actually, what location, what store is in almost every city? Fucking Walmart.
McDonald's.
Fucking Walmart also has the largest parking lots. If you think about it, they always have huge parking lots. Target doesn't have that big of parking lots. You know, Walmart's like extreme. And their theory is that because I guess at one point, I don't know what year, I couldn't tell you that, but there were 5 Walmarts that had been closed down for plumbing issues at the same time. And when the whole Walmart had to be closed, they, like, most of them didn't reopen for like months. And it was kind of like, why? 1, it's just plumbing. 2, they saw that it was like barricaded. All these Walmarts, it's a really weird theory, but these Walmarts were barricaded with like the rent-a-fence kind of things, and they were being gutted, and they like didn't reopen as Walmart. Like, it's really weird. These kind of, like, I wish that I could show you a video right now to explain it better
But
than
like,
I
what's
can.
the theory behind
But
it?
okay, so the
Yeah.
theory is that they're actually turning them into areas that they can kind of be like a concentration camp in a sense. It's really weird. And inside of them, they obviously would keep certain people and then start sending other people to the jails that look like actual concentration camps with like
So it's like preparation for
for
martial law.
martial law and a new world
Because
order.
martial law is already coming in effect,
is,
and
and
I don't know that a lot of
very
people like
scary.
realize that.
No,
it really
I
fucking is.
100% realize it, and it scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why I'm kind of like, why do I pay my bills? Like,
For those listeners and bloggers out there that don't know what martial law is, could you guys explain that for a second?
martial.
And I want to get back to Walmart.
My understanding of martial law is the government created martial law so that if in the event of an extreme disaster, when everyone's panicked and people start trying to figure out how to eat, and kind of like the things that have been happening lately as far as natural disasters, what do we do in those times? People, what is it called? Looters. And they want to avoid that, and no one's going to listen to police officers because, I mean, we kind of don't sometimes anyway now.
And
imagine
already, like,
things
police
are
doesn't
worse.
have enough, like,
They don't have
usually
enough.
manpower. In
Exactly. So the martial law would bring the military in,
Kind
so
of like
that
Ventura just had
the
National
mandatory,
Guard.
that guys.
well, the mandatory curfew, like all that.
Mhm.
They would be able to tell you basically the same censoring as the internet. They would tell you what you can do, where you can go, what
With
like
your life.
you're literally controlled. Like every aspect of you is controlled. So that's what martial law is, in my understanding. So it's really scary because at any moment they can declare that, and
yeah.
you're fucked.
And
Like,
it was
there are
wasn't it
no
a couple
rights.
years ago that I believe it was Ventura Sheriff's Department that they got funding for brand new tanks. Like, what do you need tanks for in Ventura County? Like, you know, other than
Well,
I
where
see
did
them
the other
all the
ones
time.
go? Because there's that one area over there off of Market where they store a lot of tanks. You can see it off the freeway. And there used to be a pretty decent amount there.
Yeah, there
They're
was.
all gone.
yeah,
They were gone, I want to say, like, about
it's
a
been
year
minute.
ago.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, then they still haven't come back, and I've been wondering about it.
So it's really scary if you think about it.
really
Right.
is scary.
And especially with the current president and got like
I didn't want to believe in the Illuminati.
So,
but
how is it, though?
shit comes up, right?
But shit, it's a little scary too.
It's the aliens.
You know, and there's more to that Walmart thing. It sounded really weird, but I
was gonna
swear,
say, so what is
look
it?
it up.
Yeah, is it
So,
that
and
they
there's more
use-
theories about it. Like, for example, there's always
Well, I would imagine
military.
that probably comes back to
near-
who's the owner of Walmart and what's his
No,
relationship.
and there
to-
is something there.
oh.
There is something there, and
Yeah,
I just
a
don't know
relationship
all the facts.
with the
So
Donald.
look it up, and I swear you'll find a couple different things about it.
Yeah,
And if you don't, then I'll send you a link. Told you this could be a disaster. I don't shut up.
I was like trying to figure out how to tactfully do it for you.
Just tap me.
But it's good though.
I'm
It's
pretty strong.
you're giving a lot of good thought, and but so like, what was I even gonna ask?
I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Walmart
It is a thing that I need to work
relationships
on.
with the Donald.
Theories.
Okay. So the people who own Walmart are the richest family in the country right now.
Of course. Yeah.
So they
I mean, I wouldn't know that, but
rub
it makes
shoulders with the other richest families
Elites in
here
country.
in the United States, and one of them's in the presidency. So
There you go.
that I can see where the tie would be. I just don't.
It sounds far-fetched.
I know. I was
and
just gonna
weird.
say, I'm like, I
Look,
love
a
it,
lot
and I
of
don't
things-
believe it, but I love it.
It you
A
know,
lot of far-fetched thoughts have really been coming true, though.
it,
So-
honestly,
Dude.
like the Simpsons theory.
Christianity.
Thank you. Thank you. Do we need to get into this? Like, do you want to explain it? Because I did a lot of talking, so go ahead.
Wait, explain
Oh,
what?
how
The Simpsons theory, how they
The Simpsons
predicted.
theory?
It's
Yeah,
not
no.
even a theory. It was just a
It's-
prediction.
It's real.
They
Like
predicted
it, and it was on there.
They
But-
predicted the Super Bowl too.
But
That's
it's
how you know
no.
it's
They
true.
just predicted human behavior, you guys. That's not just them being like, we can see into the future.
I don't know, man. That's kind of
That's
freaky.
It was
It's
pretty
human behavior.
pretty exact though.
I
Like,
honestly, with the amount of stuff that I mean, I didn't want to believe that Donald Trump became our president, but I
Probably
think
a
that
Crystal Child who created The Simpsons. Anyways, Indigo Children.
I was gonna say a
Indigo
crystal
Child.
child.
I was
You
like,
mean
I
an
love
indigo
crystals,
child.
but I love indigo children.
Anyways,
I think my brother's
continue.
indigo. Sorry.
It's okay. I forgot what I was gonna say anyways.
The tie. We're still on that, right?
On the Donald.
Yeah, I just I had a sentence and it's gone.
Well, no,
and I
then
don't know how to bring
they
it back.
tie Donald Trump to Illuminati. It's, dude, I'm
And
starting
then,
to
I don't
believe
know,
it.
Eyes Wide Shut.
uh,
Eyes Wide Shut gives you a lot of information.
Should I not say the Illuminati if this is going on the internet?
I don't know.
It's
You
up
might
to
get censored.
I apologize.
I don't.
Yeah.
Talk to their parents. Their parents might
very
care.
strict.
Mine, I don't know. Just stay away
There's
from
chips
that
and
lady.
I mean, we already talked about not eating. Go ahead.
Oh, if you want to go for it.
No,
If
I was
you
just
are
thinking
hungry.
about it.
If y'all hear chip sounds, just ignore it.
Or, I mean, if you're into it.
If you're into it, though, let us know.
And I don't know why I whispered because that's something different. That's ASMR.
But we're going to bring in more listeners and more viewers.
Ooh.
We're all very well-rounded.
I've never snapped this much in my vlogs ever, so I don't know
I'm
where
gonna
that's
keep
coming
doing
from. So I didn't know what net I can't even say the
Neutrality.
word. Like
Net
hard.
neutral.
net neutral meant, but I mean I didn't know it was called that, but I knew what it was, and then I do definitely think it ties into like all stuff. I mean, obviously it's the internet.
Well, so the podcast that I listened to, as usual, shout out to Joe Rogan, had one of the 5 commissioners on the board of the FCC as his guest today.
Mhm.
So, and that was the whole point
Topic.
of the episode was,
Mhm.
hey, what is it? What can you do about it? Like, you know, they kind of just went through it. It's really, really good for anybody that wants to listen. It's actually just an hour long. I'm actually sad it wasn't longer. But I got like really good information out of it. So it's just,
I like listening to stuff like that while I work out, like once a year.
yeah, we can't
'Cause
work
it's
out
like,
anymore because our hills burn. And you were doing so good keeping up with us at 6:30 in the morning on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I joined the gym not at the beginning of the year. It was like 6 months ago, and so I went a couple times this year. I'm pretty proud of those couple times. I'm gonna try to make it a habit. I want
Oprah
to.
said
I
it
need
takes
to.
30 days to break a habit.
I should have done it at the beginning of this month, but not because of New Year's, but because of my birthday. That way, I'm like close to my birthday. I'd be like my goal almost, you know. Yeah, goals. But yeah,
I have so many unfinished goals.
Me too.
I have like a bigger pile
I-
of unfinished goals.
I
than,
kind
like,
of
finished
decided
goals.
to start doing like monthly goals as opposed to a year because I don't do well with long-term commitments like that.
I usually do monthly goals too, and usually those are set with new moons. So new moon
Oh,
intentions
cool.
are like my new moon goals, so it gives me that like.
And how does
that
it? Have you
period.
been doing well with them?
You know what? I didn't do shit this last new moon because where were we? I just.
It was New Year's this year or this time,
Yeah,
right? That
but
was really
that,
cool.
like-
No, the new moon was last Monday.
Or yeah.
Oh,
I'm talking
oh,
about.
I was
you're
in
right.
full
No,
moon.
I
full
was in
moon was
full
the
moon.
new year.
You're right. Yeah, no. New moon last Monday. I was in San Francisco, so I wasn't like around my stuff
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
didn't do the thing. But yeah, no. I've realized monthly goals are definitely a lot easier to accomplish.
Mhm.
And even if you do have like a big goal, it's really good as far as like time management to set those monthly goals. Like, what do you want to accomplish in that month for that ultimate goal?
Right.
I give myself daily goals because I
That's-
can't even
they
accomplish
suggest
monthly
that.
goals.
No, they suggest that because you feel like you did something, you know, and like I don't know.
And I am
think it's a good
the
idea.
ultimate setting myself up for failure person.
Really?
Oh,
You overestimate
yeah.
yourself, or
No, I just have incredibly high standards, and I hold people to those standards, which I shouldn't, but I hold myself like 10,000 times more above any of that. And like in my mind, I should be perfect. I should do all these things. And I definitely don't meet any of my standards all day long. So I have to like bring myself back down and be like, okay, remember you're a human being and this is your goal for the day. Because it was getting to the point where I'd give myself monthly goals or I'd give myself all these goals and I was never accomplishing them. And then as we are all super good at a certain point in your life, you tell yourself, you're a piece of shit. You are garbage.
Interesting.
But that is very self-destructive behavior.
It is.
So I give myself a daily one.
That's
Did I
smart,
accomplish
though.
it today? No.
But
But
that's
that's
not
okay.
over. The day is not over.
Oh, I should have
It's
accomplished it.
Okay. It was like a morning thing.
and it didn't happen, but I did some other stuff today that I didn't know I was going to accomplish, so I just decided to be happy with that instead.
Yeah. I think it's definitely turned in for me like more of perspective, and it really makes a difference in your life if you look at things in a positive perspective and try to turn everything that's happening or whatever it is into a learning experience, and realizing that you don't have to be the way, or you don't have to, I don't know, you can evolve every single day, and I think you should.
Beautiful.
Oh my god. I'm also gonna
Ladies
start
and
writing
gentlemen,
speeches.
see, this is why you talk a lot, because you have a lot of good things to say.
I really want, my goal this month, and I started it, was to write the first chapter of my book. I want to write a book.
Jesus, she's
And-
got merch. She's got her business card. She's going to start writing a book. We're really behind.
You're really behind. I'm waiting on you.
I got to start writing a book. All right, go on.
No, I mean, it's more like, it would be more kind of how my YouTube channel started, was more a journal for myself. And I have two different angles. So the book started one way, but I might want to take it into a different direction. Not be completely honest, maybe not dishonest, but like kind of tweak it a little bit as far as make it a little fictional, so it's not
Based on a
identical
true story.
to based on,
Me.
that's the words. Thank
Jessica
you.
Wildflower.
I know, like put my
a
name.
5'9" blonde bombshell.
A detective. Dude, that would be genius. Sorry.
Wait, isn't that like the whole premise of Atomic Blonde?
I don't know that, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't
But that's
know
freaking
that
awesome.
white
I should
stuff.
still do that.
Just take the
It's a great
screenplay,
idea.
but then like add
Love
in
it.
your vlog.
There you go.
Anyways, tweaking the truth.
Yeah, so that's based on a true story, but add a few things or change names and stuff like that.
You gotta
So,
change identities
Yeah, a
and
little bit.
locations.
Definitely.
You have to pick a whole new city.
Definitely.
John and Jess.
John and
John and
Jeff.
Yes.
Just kidding. Dude, what if I just did that?
That would be amazing, and I would totally read that book.
Dude.
Not saying that I
Who
won't
has
if it's
done
regular.
that? Dude.
You should write your life from a
Man.
Hey,
from
no,
a
we're
man.
From like
filing.
as if I were a
We've got ideas.
Okay, but isn't there like there's like a man being a woman movie, isn't there?
Yeah.
Mel Gibson, what movie was that?
Mel
Didn't he dress up as a
Doubtfire?
woman? No, Mel Gibson. Didn't he dress up as a woman? Or maybe he was just wearing tights. He just put on nylons, and his daughter was like a teenager. I think it was Mel Gibson.
Oh man.
Or
I
are
don't
we
know.
talking about that one recent movie of
It was
Eddie?
old.
Oh, never mind.
Not like too old, but it was like old. I'm really bad with years.
Like
so,
Mel
I
Gibson
can't be
old.
like in the early 2000s. I don't know when it was. I
When
just
Mel
know I
Gibson
saw
was a
it.
thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Before he said super, super anti-Semite stuff.
This is true. They also say there's a
Didn't he
conspiracy
do
about that.
What
too.
women want?
That is that it? Didn't he wear tights in that because they dared him to, or the girl asked him to, or something? In the
Yeah, but
bathroom?
I don't feel like that like goes under any type of like.
No, I thought
Yeah,
in the
that was a
moment,
movie.
for the moment, I thought he was he was turning into a woman kind of thing.
Oh.
But then I realized he wasn't, and he was just doing
It
that
was-
as a fetish thing.
It's
Going
almost
back to the
experiment.
fetishes.
I'm all sitting
You
here
know?
like thinking about was that one movie that Eddie Redmayne did like.
I don't even know who the hell
I
it
don't
is.
either. I thought you were saying Eddie Murphy, and I was like, oh, Coming to America. That's always the first one that
Great
comes to
movie.
mind.
Great.
I love that movie.
You
Oh my god, I've
remember-
seen that movie. It's a black people movie, but I saw it.
You get 1 point.
Woo! We play a game.
I love black
She's
people. Do I get
at
5
like
points?
2.
No, just kidding.
I listen to Sam Cooke every morning. That didn't help me. That made me sound more racist.
You're that like classic white lady that's like trying to prove that like she's not racist.
not racist.
But like you're actually not
Excuse me,
racist.
Maria. Can you please stop? Just kidding.
You know what, Trish?
You know,
Stop.
that is the worst. At my freaking job, like clients, okay, I'm not gonna say where I work,
Right.
but they will call and be like, oh, or in an email, who did I meet? Jose, Juan, like they name all these names. I'm like, you bastard. You know his name was Armando.
some weird reason at my work, none of the people that I work with who send me mail can seem to remember that my last name is Martinez. So they send me Nicole Hernandez. They send me Nicole Gonzalez, Nicole Gomez, but
Guerrero.
Today yesterday
Guerrero.
she got Nicole Ramirez.
Yeah, I'm a Ramirez now. But I apparently I'm just not a Martinez. Like, I'm just not enough.
Every day you're a
My
different name,
clan
but
didn't
not
want
yours.
you anyways.
I know, I always think that's so cute. You both have the same last name. That's
We
cute.
think it's, like, strange.
It's
weird.
super cute. What do you? That's like it's meant to be. Like I think
We don't
that's
have to
really
change
so
our last
cool.
names for each other.
Not at all. You're
The
good.
first time we met was with the
Was she
people,
dancing
like...
with a taco?
Sadly, no. My perfect woman, you're out there, Great White Buffalo.
I don't know if you finished explaining her because we got so sidetracked on the taco.
No, I mean...
And the moves.
I mean,
Look,
the taco was...
What's
What
more
color hair?
important, the girl or the taco?
I mean, the
taco, because you
the
want to know
taco's
what
a-
kind it was.
the
It's
taco's a
depending. Yeah, I was
star.
gonna say it depends on the kind.
The taco was definitely a
It's
star
a
player
tofu
in this
taco,
whole
not
thing.
so much.
No, not tofu. I think it was some type of it. It was
Speaking
either
of
pork or
tacos,
asado.
there's tacos there. You guys get hungry.
Tacos way.
I'm that person that always brings food. And apparently not water
Thanks,
today,
Mom.
but you know that's why I'm Sophia. See? I always want to feed people, and that's from my mom.
It's your Italian side.
Mm-hmm.
Because they do that back in Sicily. So then,
Back in the old country. Oh wait, no.
that's your
Anyway.
Russian
Do you want
accent.
this back? Sorry, I stole it.
No,
I'm
go
just-
ahead, have it. I just think I'm slightly
So
cool because I watched
when
the
we
documentary.
met, they were like, "Oh, hey, this is Nicole Martinez. Ha ha ha! You guys have the same last name." And I like swiveled my chair to like turn around and be like, "It cousin!" And then I immediately was like, "Oh shit! I'm really white. That probably seemed super racist."
But your last name's Martinez, so you get a pass.
Maybe,
think.
but I was like, did that because I used to do that in high school with the entire row of Martinez's.
Oh.
God, I hated that.
But I was still obviously the whitest one, and
Okay, I've had that problem. My
but
whole
that's
life,
what
too.
that's what we would always do. We'd be like, "What's up, primo?" And I was just like, I know you guys are all making fun of me, but I'll just go along
Go with it.
It's cool. But then I was like, oh wait, I haven't done that as an adult. Please don't think I'm a racist bitch. My bad.
You're just uncultured.
I have a lot to say to that right now. But okay. Wow.
We have time.
I'm
not
actually a
going
little
anywhere.
hurt, to be honest.
Oh.
But anywho, moving forward.
I get weird things all the time. People never know what I am. Actually, they a lot of times think I am Filipino. Surprisingly.
How?
I don't know. But apparently, I look like a famous Filipino actress. Everyone tells me, but I don't know what her name is. I forgot. Because it was when I worked at the bank. Like in the area I worked, it was predominantly Filipino or Mexican. And I would even get confused sometimes with Filipinos and think they were Mexican. And
It's because we
Like,
got
I'm not.
conquered by the same people too.
But, like, it's crazy. I don't think I look Filipino. They say it's my eyes.
I would say no. But
I guess Filipinos
who
do
am
have
I?
big
I'm
eyes.
uncultured. Just uncultured swine. Maybe that's
Now
why
you're not gonna let this go. Like I won't let go with my mother about the cake she didn't make me.
I wouldn't let that go either.
I wouldn't let that
I
go
think you're
either.
justified in that.
Deal.
Because
Yeah.
low key, I'm a little upset because I probably would have been like, "Get me some."
Yeah.
So I think it's for selfish
She
reasons.
made him a big cake.
Yeah.
Like, sorry to throw that out there, but it was pretty
Yeah.
big.
And I still didn't get any.
There's some here. We had to send it away to people because there was
Because she
so
made too
much.
big of a cake.
It was
So
real
see,
big.
I'm like, all right, thanks, Mom. You didn't. The one thing that I asked you for my birthday was to make me a cake before or after her trip to New York.
Mhm.
I didn't get no fucking cake.
What's
so
your
upset.
favorite cake? Is that difficult?
Well, yes, but no. Is it my favorite cake that my mom makes, or is
Favorite
it just
cake overall?
overall? Because
I know it's
my
hard.
mom's kind of in a different category
Right.
because she doesn't make traditional cakes.
Right.
Oh man, but I'd say the Mexican in me will always pick a really very well made tres leches,
Mhm.
or I'm counting this as cake, a choco flan.
See, I don't really like flan.
I love flan, but again, it
I
has to be
love
very
tres
well
leches.
made, that texture, that taste, like.
Well, yeah,
Tres
'cause that's
leche
what
help
makes
me
it
get
your
fat.
favorite.
It has to be the classic though, like, because I can get it in a lot of places, like in Mexico. You know what I mean? Kind of like my tamal deal.
I think that's why
There's
I don't
only
like
certain
flan,
places.
because it's not made the same.
It's not made
everywhere.
properly
Yeah,
here.
there's a lot of places that I've tried it, and it's just
Even some of my favorite
And I like
bakeries
everything.
around here, like they make good like
Everything
Mexican
else.
bread,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as like their cakes or their like I'm like, you're alright.
Yeah.
You kind of overwatered, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Do you
a
know how
pie
to make
girl.
flan?
Ooh.
I do love pie.
Yeah, I will always
Berries
choose pie
or
over cake.
creams, like
Any-
name them. Like
Any type
like
Yeah,
of
chopped
pie.
pie sounds delicious.
Yeah,
I
I'm
used to
all
go to
about
Marie
it.
Callender's just
Ugh.
to sit there and eat pie and drink coffee like it's Sophia.
I've done the same thing. Totally, I like.
I
you get
enjoy
the
that kind of stuff.
spiced, spiced
sad, like-
orange tea with a slice of their chocolate cake. That was so good. But I personally, my favorite is like apple or something like that, or like
traditional.
boysenberry.
I love boysenberry.
All that
Oh
sort
my
of
God.
crap. God,
Peach.
I
Mm.
love pie.
I
Ooh,
love-
peach pie.
I love
Ah.
cheesecakes.
I feel like I need to go get pie after this.
I feel like
Marie
that
Callender.
too. It's there's something about pie, and I love making pie. Like, I mean, making a
Yeah, I
cake is
love
fun,
making
and I like
cakes.
frosting it. I like cupcakes.
I love cupcakes. I love.
I don't know
making
what. I know
cupcakes.
there's no
But
difference.
I like
No, there's a
filled
difference.
cupcakes. Have you guys ever had like Reese's?
I,
Those Reese's filled cupcakes?
I make
Ooh.
those kind of things just saying.
Shit.
I love throwing shit. I was gonna say shit into my cupcakes. Like
Please do.
I
There's
do
a
Snickers
fetish for
ones.
that.
I do Reese's ones. I'll do lemon
Two girls,
zest
one cup?
ones. I'll do anything. Like I love. Yeah. What?
She'll do anything.
Oh. I'll try it.
Yeah, no, my thing
That
was
didn't
like-
help me, but
My
No.
thing was cheesecakes. I'll make some cheesecakes and fuck up some cheesecakes and make like Reese's or Oreo or like.
Ooh, that I've never
And-
had a Reese's cheesecake.
Oh yeah, I think I made one for Leo for
My
his
birthday's coming up.
birthday.
She's saying 29.
I was gonna say I love throwing on like one of my really big A-line dresses, and I will put my petticoat on, and then I put on an apron, and I'll like do the whole thing and get cute just so I can make pie.
And you know, I used to
That is like such a struggle for me. I'm in sweats and a
adorable.
t-shirt because I don't want to get like the mixing or anything all over my shit.
Like
so.
as much as I'm all about like being a strong and independent woman. I love getting
That's-
all
doesn't-
dolled up
yeah,
to
that has
like.
nothing
yeah,
to do
that
with
is.
anything.
Oh no, it's
equally
very
powerful.
very 50s Betty Crocker, and we all know that those bitches were not loving their lives.
Yeah, no, and heels all day. every
And
day,
heels
don't
all
like
day,
heels.
and then that's how.
They're
That's
bunions.
the first forensic murders were a bunch of really sad housewives who killed their husbands with their own hair.
Women are vicious serial killers,
Yeah,
actually.
amen.
but also they looked really cute making the meals that they stuck their hair in for their husbands to eat, and then
Or the what is it called? Arsenic.
yeah, no, but this was the very first one where they started realizing all these dudes were dying because their intestines were exploding, and they're like, what the fuck is happening? So when they finally started doing forensic testing and forensic evidence, they started realizing, oh my god, these guys have like big wads of hair in their intestines. How the fuck is this happening? And then they started tracing all of it back and doing DNA testing and all these sorts of shit, and it ended up being these crazy housewives being all like, if you just keep sticking some hair and he keeps eating
Yeah,
that piece of
'cause the gut-
shit,
The hair is like one of those things that the gut biome won't break
It won't
down.
break
But
it down.
I don't like. I always like if I get a hair in my mouth, I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. How did you not?
So is it like a
Well, also
wad?
these guys
Like-
were like, they started noticing, that if you look back and even further into all of these incidences, these were cheating sons of bitches. They were beating the shit out of their wives, but these wives still
They're
had to
probably
put on
drunk
their...
and ate whatever they.
Exactly.
got served.
So they were like terrible, like guys, but respected in the community, not knowing what was happening, but all the housewives were all like,
And put on
I'm
the
gonna
front
go
for them,
home and
I'm
slowly
sure.
kill Bob while I look like super cute while I'm doing it.
Oh
like
my
it's
God.
great.
So, what are you setting yourself up for?
I mean, wait a second. Either I'm gonna murder them by sex or by food.
You did discuss that earlier.
Because I am Rose.
Yeah, but
Nobody marry me!
Rose isn't,
basically.
Rose isn't psychotic like that. So
Blanche would be, I feel.
Yeah, but I'm Blanche.
Oh, that's right. I feel like I could be
She
a
just
mix
calls you
of
psycho.
people.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I'm okay with that.
I'm psycho too. Like, it's all women. Like,
hello.
there's just different levels of
Right.
psycho. Like,
It's what's your level of
and
crazy.
you know, as you get
It's
older,
what
your
you're
level
actually
goes
willing
down
to
a little
put
bit
into
sometimes.
action.
If you never had psycho, then maybe it goes up in menopause. I don't know.
If you never went through a psycho phase or an ugly phase, it's almost like I can't trust you.
I went through the ugly phase.
Yep.
There's psycho
went through
phase.
both of
I'm
them.
just kidding. Yeah, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was exhausting.
Exactly. Like, humble
What's
yourself,
the
and also I
point?
need to know how crazy you can
Yeah.
get.
That's funny. Kind of.
Alright, well,
I keep looking at your phone, like using it as a reference for how long things
Yeah.
have
How
gone.
long has it
And then
been?
I keep
How do
remembering,
you
like,
end them? I haven't got to an end yet. How do
you end them
it?
awkwardly, like, all right.
like this.
That's
Well-
these tacos.
That's all the time
So,
we've got today.
I did not explain what I'm doing on my channel at all.
Oh, yes. You know,
So-
you guys just need to go hit that subscribe button, watch Jessica's
Like,
videos, and that's how
share.
you like it, share it, comment on it, let us know what you think about it, because again, I've watched a couple of your videos on the way up to San Francisco, Missouri, and let me tell you, we got some really good laughs out of them.
Thank you.
I watched
And-
one while I was doing some exercises the other day, and I like had to stop because I started laughing.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, God damn it,
And I
Jess.
hope it makes you happy. That is like the point.
So I'm just gonna refer everyone to the one where Jessica's trying to cut her own hair.
That's a
and
great
dye.
one.
Yeah, it's fantastic. If,
We'll
if you
definitely
need
put
somewhere
that
to
link
start,
up.
that is where you start.
I think that might have got my most views. It's crazy.
It's great.
It's gonna get more.
Crazy. I'm super excited.
So one more time, your plug.
Wildflower Jess on pretty much every platform, or
Do you have
Just
what?
for
What do you have?
I have Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I think that's
Do you
it.
do Tumblr,
I don't.
Bookface?
I have Facebook, but I don't really use it. I probably should.
I don't use it.
I don't know what
so
else
I-
my Instagram shares to.
Like, I don't want my mom to see certain things, you know.
You're
Mother
right.
Mary.
It's okay. My mom's
Shout
not
out
allowed
to
to
Mother
watch
Mary.
either.
Blocked.
Same.
Spectacles,
All right, ladies
testicles,
and-
wallet, and watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Thanks
you
for
so
having
Have a
me.
good night.
Had fun.
We out.
Bye. Does anyone want to push the button? I'm lazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I got you.
Oh, like